Hello everyone, welcome to Box Office Receipts. We have a good amount of news to go over in this episode. We got the latest box office numbers as the summer movie season slowly starts to wind down. We have a bunch of casting updates, streaming updates, and it looks like Venu is being blocked in court. Looks like Fubo might have gotten a bit of a win here, but we'll get to that later on in the podcast. First, let's talk about the domestic top 5. Staying in first place at the domestic box office was Deadpool & Wolverine with $53.7 million for a total of $493.9 million. Opening in second place was It Ends With Us with $50 million. Third place was Twisters with another $15 million for a total of $222.2 million. Opening in fourth place was Borderlands with $8.6 million. And in fifth place was Despicable Me 4 with $7.9 million for a total of $330.1 million. Let's talk about the new releases. Sony had a great weekend thanks to It Ends With Us, starring Blake Lively. On a budget of $25 million that they co-financed, this already looks to be making a great profit for them at the box office. And I guess besides Lively in the lead role, it looks like based on this, the book was really popular. Anyway, this was an amazing opening weekend for the film, and it continues Sony's solid summer. What did not do great at all was Borderlands. Besides a lack of interest, people who did see it hated it, from critics to audiences. On Rotten Tomatoes, it has a 10% rating, and from audiences, it got a D+ cinema score, which is actually impressive in how bad that is. Now, it has a reported budget of $120 million, and Lionsgate did sell off a lot of the international rights to the film to fund it, so for them, this will still be a big loss for them. They're going to take a hit on this, but it's not going to be an outright huge bomb that they might never recover from. Now, probably those international buyers of those rights, maybe not too happy, but still not a great year for the studio when the most successful film for them this year is The Strangers Chapter 1. And in other shocking news, Deadpool & Wolverine continues to do really well at the box office. At the Chinese box office, Successors stayed in first place with $24.9 million. Right behind it in second place was a new drama called Upstream, which debuted with $23.2 million. And with previews, it was at $25.6 million. Third place was a new animation film called Whitesnake Afloat with $19.1 million. And with previews, is now at $24.1 million. Fourth place was Decoded with $7.2 million for a total of $40.5 million. And in fifth place was Land of Broken Hearts, which opened to $6.8 million. For international numbers, Deadpool & Wolverine has passed $1 billion, now at $1.02 billion worldwide. This is now the second film to pass $1 billion at the box office this year, and hopefully not the last. It Ends With Us earned $30 million for a worldwide opening weekend of $80 million. So yeah, for this we are looking at a solid $250 to $300 million worldwide at least. And again, off a budget of $25 million, that's amazing. Trap earned another $10.1 million for a worldwide total of $45.2 million. Twisters made $4.1 million for a total of $310 million worldwide. Inside Out 2 continues to do well, earning another $14.5 million for a worldwide total of $1.59 billion. And Despicable Me 4 earned $18.8 million for a worldwide total of $807.2 million. Looks like this one will be falling short of $1 billion. Moving on to news in Hollywood, Deadline broke some casting news. First, Nicolas Cage has signed on to star as John Madden in the drama over at Amazon MGM Studios, which will be directed by David O. Russell. For the upcoming Spielberg film, Colin Firth is in talks to sign on. Currently, Emily Blunt is set to star in it. Lakeith Stanfield is in talks to join the film Die My Love, the thriller, which will be directed by Lane Ramsey, stars Jennifer Lawrence and Robert Pattinson. Mahala has signed on to star in the upcoming horror film They Will Kill You. The film also stars Zazie Beetz, Patricia Arquette, and Tom Felton. And Camila Mendes will play the role of Tila in the upcoming Masters of the Universe film over at Amazon MGM Studios. As for some new films in development, James Wan might possibly direct a new Creatures from the Black Lagoon for Universal. And in a few exclusives from Deadline, they report that J.C. Chandler is working with Sony on his next film, directing a drama/thriller from a script he wrote. He recently directed Kraven the Hunter, which comes out in December. A24 is looking to buy a film package. The film would be a biopic about Chef Anthony Bourdain, which might star Dominic Sessa in the lead role and comes from production company Star Thrower Entertainment. And Washim Trier's next film is in production, called Sentimental Value. The cast includes Renee Terence, Stellan Skarsgård, and Ellie Fanning. Trier most recently directed The Worst Person in the World. We got some release date news, first an exclusive from Deadline where they report Lionsgate is moving up their horror film Never Let Go up a week, now coming out September 20th. I know not a big exclusive, but still, the film stars Halle Berry. Sony made some moves this week. First, it was announced that Whiplash will have a re-release in theaters to celebrate its 10th anniversary. The re-release will start September 20th. They announced for next year a shark thriller film called Beneath the Storm, directed by Tommy Wirkola and starring Phoebe Dynevor. It comes out August 1st. And we got a release date for A Big, Bold, Beautiful Journey. This is the film directed by Colin Gandada and stars Margot Robbie and Colin Farrell. And it's going to be a summer release coming out May 9th. From Disney post D23, we got confirmation that Frozen 3 will be coming out November 24th, 2027. Sadly, there were a few deaths this week. Gina Rowlands died at the age of 94. It was announced back in June that she had Alzheimer's for the past 5 years. She was an actress that appeared in films including A Woman Under the Influence and The Notebook. Angel Salazar has died at the age of 68, having passed away in his sleep. It has been reported that he had been suffering from heart issues. He was an actor who appeared in numerous films, with his most famous role being Chi-Chi, Tony Montana's henchman in Scarface. Rachel Lillis has died at the age of 55 due to breast cancer. She was a voice actress who appeared in numerous shows and games, but is most known for her role as Misty and Jessie in Pokemon. She was the original voice actress for both roles for 8 years, and this spanned across both the series and films, including Pokemon the first movie. She also voiced some Pokemon as well, including Jigglypuff. Peggy Moffat died at the age of 86. She was a model and actress who appeared in Blow Up, a thriller film that came out back in 1966. John Apra died at the age of 83 due to natural causes. He was an actor who appeared in numerous films and shows including The Godfather Part 2, Bullet, and Full House. Peter Marshall has died at the age of 98 due to kidney failure. He was an Emmy Award-winning actor, most known as the host of the game show The Hollywood Squares on NBC. Alain Delon died at the age of 88. He was an actor who starred in films including Pelen Soleni and Les Samurai. I believe those are French films. Didi O'Hearn has died at the age of 63 due to lung cancer. She was an exclusive at A&E Networks and also worked at the Food Network and WeTV. Winsome Sinclair has died at the age of 58 due to colon cancer. She worked in casting and was a casting director for a few films and shows including All Eyes on Me and Being Mary Jane. And Bob Weatherax died at the age of 83. He was a professional dog trainer for productions including The Thing and Back to the Future. Thoughts and prayers go out to their families during this time. And as always, fuck cancer and Alzheimer's. As for trailers, Sony released one for Kraven the Hunter. It comes out December 13th, and yes, it will be R-rated. Neon released a trailer for their upcoming film The Monkey. The horror film is a Stephen King adaptation starring Theo James and is directed by Oz Perkins, who had a great summer with Neon, as he also directed Longlegs. The Monkey comes out February 21st. And from Ketchup Entertainment, they released a trailer for Goodrich, the comedy/drama film starring Michael Keaton and Mila Kunis, comes to theaters on October 18th. For VOD Premium, let's start with Apple TV Plus, where they have renewed Dark Matter for a second season. The sci-fi thriller stars Joel Edgerton and Jennifer Connelly. Over at Prime Video, they canceled My Lady Jane after one season. The series premiered back in June. And in a push to get more viewers for the upcoming second season of The Rings of Power, Amazon is making the first season available to watch on Samsung TV Plus, the company's ad-supported streaming service. It'll be available to watch from August 15th to the 28th. Over at Hulu, from FX, we got news on two upcoming shows from Ryan Murphy. First, an all-brand new horror drama series called Grotesque will premiere on September 25th. Right now, it seems to be US only and will be available on Disney Plus internationally in the future. And the second is a new anthology series called American Sports Story, with the first season being about Aaron Hernandez, a NFL player who was also convicted of murder. This is the third American Story series following American Horror Story and American Crime Story. FX released a trailer for it, with it premiering on September 17th. For Peacock, they have renewed the competition series The Traitors for a fourth and fifth season. The show just finished filming season 3. At Netflix, the wrestling series Heels will be available to watch starting September 15th. This was previously a show over at Starz when it was canceled last year. Available to watch now is a new action movie called The Union. It stars Mark Wahlberg and Halle Berry. Rian Johnson announced that Wake Up Dead Man has finished filming and will come out sometime next year, so sometime in 2025. Deadline broke the news that the streamer bought the US and Latin American rights to State of Silence. This is a documentary from Santiago Maza about the threat investigative journalists face in Mexico. No word yet on when it'll be available to watch. Netflix have also bought the Southeast Asia rights to a Thai film, How to Make Millions Before Grandma Dies. It'll be available to watch starting September 12th, and the streamer said it will be available in other areas later in the year. For renewals, Supercell has been renewed for a second season. The first season debuted back in June, and this one took a while, but The Gentleman has also been renewed for a second season. Along with that, Theo James and Kaya Sotolero are both coming back to reprise their roles, and Guy Ritchie is also coming back to direct and write. Filming will start sometime next year. I think this one took a while, possibly to get deals in place to bring everyone back. Based on the numbers it did, Netflix would have greenlit a second season immediately. And, I'm happy to see it coming back. As for new shows, Variety broke the news that Netflix has greenlit a Ghostbusters animated series. Elliot Callan has also signed on as a writer and executive producer. We just talked about Netflix buying a Thai film for Southeast Asia, and that comes as no surprise. A report by AMPD shows that premium VOD revenue grew 11% in the first half of 2024, and for viewership, Netflix hit 50% of the total. So yeah, just a quick look at the market. It continues to grow, and Netflix wants to keep its lead. Eugene and Dan Levy will host the upcoming Emmys, which will air on September 15th. This will be the first duo host for the Emmys since 2018. Over at Paramount, as part of their cost-cutting, Paramount Television Studios will be shutting down. This was a subdivision of Paramount Pictures with its purpose to produce shows based on the studio's IP. Its most popular show was Jack Ryan for Prime Video, but they also made the offer for Paramount Plus as well as the Spiderwick Chronicles, which moved over to Roku. It's been reported all current shows in development will move over to CBS Studios, so as of now, nothing is actually cancelled due to this move, and it is unclear if there are any layoffs, and if so, how many. Hopefully there aren't any, really. At Disney, we got official word from Marvel Studios about X-Men 97 creator Bo DeMeo. This comes after DeMeo posted on social media that Marvel Studios removed his credit for the upcoming second season due to a gay pride post he made. Marvel Studio responded that DeMeo was fired back in March after an internal investigation. Variety reports that sources say the studio found evidence of sexual misconduct, and as for removing his credit for season 2, that was due to him repeatedly breaking his termination agreement. If that's true, then DeMeo can say what he wants, but I don't think it's going to go much further than here. The hit Indian sci-fi film Kalki 2898 will be available to watch on 2 different streamers. Prime Video will have it in its original Telugu language, as well as a few different dub options, while Netflix will have it as a Hindi dubbed version. It'll be available to watch on both streamers starting August 22nd. And apologies if I did butcher the pronunciation of the Telugu language. Available to watch on Prime Video now is a new action comedy film called Jackpot, directed by Paul Feig. It stars Awkwafina, John Cena, and Simu Liu. Reviews for it have not been great, with it at 31% on Rotten Tomatoes. Variety broke the news on a new partnership between DoorDash and Max. What this means is that Max ad tier is now included for Dash Pass annual pass customers. It comes at no extra cost, but customers can take advantage of the discounted rate of $10.99 per month if they want to go to the ad-free tier, normally costing $16.99. This is basically Max's big partnership with a third party to offer their streaming service, similar to Walmart Plus and Paramount Plus. As for what is available now, the 3rd season of Industry is back, and as a fan of the show, it's been great so far. Definitely recommend giving it a watch. As for what is coming soon, Horizon and American Saga Chapter 1 will be available to stream starting August 23rd. And for A24 Films, Civil War will debut on Max on September 13th. And I Saw the TV Glow on September 20th. And the big news in streaming this week, as mentioned at the beginning, was Venu gets blocked. This is in regards to the Fubo TV's lawsuit against it, and a judge right now is siding with them. Specifically, Fubo TV is suing, claiming that the launch of Venu would substantially lessen competition, and the judge believes that if Venu was to launch, Fubo TV would see an exodus of customers with a likely chance of the company declaring bankruptcy. The 3 companies behind Venu, Disney, Fox, and Warner Brothers Discovery, will look to appeal the injunction. But if that is denied, then they will have to wait until it goes to trial and win, whenever that will be. I was interested in seeing a new streaming service launch, but Fubo does have a point here. especially since the cable model has been that those companies have had to take a bundle of channels, including sports, including the ones people don't watch. So for the channel providers to then turn around and launch a new service that's just sports, which is something Fubo wanted. Like, they have other channels, but it's kind of more due to the deals they had to make. Fubo's preference would be the sports streamer, right? They're a sports streamer with other channels. So for the channel providers to then turn around and make their own service that's only sports related, it doesn't look good. And yes, you could make the case, well, they own the licenses for the sports content, they should be able to do what they want, and that is a decent case. I'm not saying they shouldn't be able to make it, but then the way to fix the lawsuit would be like, all right, Venu can launch, but then like Fubo TV can have a sports only package, DirecTV can have a sports only package, and then let the free market decide what, let the customers decide which one do they want to go for. But look, they won't do that unless forced, because it would hurt their income from what they get from the cable channels now. So yeah, just got pretty interesting. And that's it for this episode of Box Office Receipts. If you want to follow me on Threads, Blue Sky, or Instagram, links to those are in the show notes. Thank you for listening, and see you next time.